Okay, so get this, listeners.
Mm.
Today,
Yeah.
we're diving straight into a superhero smackdown.
Oh, wow.
Kid Danger versus Captain Man.
A legendary showdown.
Legendary. We've
Yeah.
got eyewitness accounts,
Oh, wow.
expert analyses.
Rating the whole shebang.
This is going to be good.
Now, for those who might not be familiar,
Right?
Kid Danger is Henry Hart.
Teenager.
Yeah.
But who is Captain Man's sidekick?
Exactly.
But don't let that sidekick title fool you.
Don't be fooled.
Henry's got powers.
Oh, yeah.
Super strength, agility,
The works.
the works, plus a knack for gadgets.
Oh, tell me about it.
That would make Batman jealous.
Oh, absolutely.
And Captain Man,
Well,
he's the indestructible superhero of Swellview,
12U's very own Superman,
without the cape.
minus the cape and tights.
He's been mentoring Henry
For years, teaching him the ropes.
the ropes of superheroing.
Exactly. But here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
These two partners, practically family,
Yeah.
end up in a full-blown brawl
An abandoned warehouse.
in an abandoned warehouse.
That's what's so intriguing.
Oh, no, right?
Our sources don't reveal why they're fighting.
Mm,
So was it a training exercise gone wrong?
maybe.
A clash of personalities?
Could be.
Something deeper?
It's a mystery.
We'll be looking for clues
Yeah.
as we analyze this fight.
Round by round.
Blow by blow.
It's like a detective story.
It is.
Piecing together the motivations
Yeah.
behind each move, each strategy.
Yeah.
Trust me,
Yeah.
there are some surprises in store.
All right, so round one starts with Captain Man
Strutting.
strutting around, practically daring Kid Danger to make the first move. Oh,
Cocky, relying on his indestructibility.
But Henry's got that determined look,
Oh, I've seen that one.
that underdog spirit, and boom, he lands a punch.
A punch.
Right.
Now,
What's interesting?
is that, according to our sources,
Right.
the punch itself doesn't phase Captain Man.
Really?
It's like hitting a brick wall.
Wow.
Literally.
Literally.
But then, Henry pulls out his electro baton.
That's gotta hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Turns out even indestructibility
Even indestructibility.
has its limits when you're talking high voltage.
High voltage is no joke.
Captain Man gets a jolt
Oh, yeah.
that sends him staggering back.
Wow.
This tells us something about how Henry thinks.
It does.
He doesn't just rely on brute force.
No.
He analyzes,
He analyzes the situation.
figures out his opponent's weakness, and then uses his gadgets strategically.
Sorry.
It's like he's thinking, okay, you might be indestructible,
Uh-huh.
but you're not immune to electricity.
Exactly.
And this sets the tone for the entire fight.
It really does.
Round two kicks off with
Oh.
Henry disappearing into thin air.
Wait, what?
He's using his cloaking device,
Oh, the cloaking device.
popping in and out, landing jabs,
Yeah.
before Captain Man can even react.
He's fast.
Talk about a ninja move.
I know, right?
But Captain Man isn't going down without a fight.
Of course not.
He retaliates with a man grenade,
A man grenade.
whatever that is.
Seriously.
Who comes up with these names?
I have no idea.
The source describes it as creating a shockwave,
Okay.
so we can assume it's some sort of concussive blast.
That makes sense.
But the point is,
The point is...
Captain Man is starting to get serious.
Uh-oh.
He's pulling out his own bag of tricks.
Oh, boy.
And then, things get sticky.
Sticky.
Literally.
Literally sticky.
Oh, yeah. The bubblegum blaster.
No way.
It's one of those gadgets that makes you both laugh
Yeah.
and cringe at the same time.
I can see that.
Indestructible bubblegum
Indestructible.
that traps Captain Man's hand.
Oh, no.
It's messy. It's silly. But it's effective.
It is.
What I find fascinating here
What?
is that Henry is clearly improvising.
Oh.
He's not following some preset plan.
No.
He's adapting to the situation,
Quick thinking.
using whatever he has at his disposal.
Really sourceful.
Which brings us to round three,
Round 3.
where the fight shifts
Shifts?
from gadgets to pure physicality.
Oh.
We see Captain Man's raw power
Oh, yeah.
on full display,
Throwing punches.
throwing punches that could level a building.
I bet.
But Henry's not backing down.
He's not.
He's dodging, weaving, using his agility to his advantage.
It's a classic David versus Goliath scenario.
It is.
Henry knows he can't match Captain Man's strength,
Right?
so he uses his speed and agility.
To outmaneuver him.
Clever.
He's leaping from rafters,
Wow.
swinging on grappling hooks.
Like Spider-Man?
At one point,
Yeah.
Captain Man actually hurls a metal beam at him.
What?
But Henry, thinking fast,
That-
uses his grappling hook to swing out of the way.
That was a close one.
He's like a gymnast with superpowers.
I know, right?
This round highlights a crucial point. Raw power isn't always enough.
That's not.
Strategy, adaptability.
These are important.
These are just as important in any fight,
Right.
superhero or not.
Right.
And then things take a really interesting turn
Oh,
in round 4.
what happened?
Instead of trying to overpower Henry,
Yeah.
Captain Man starts using a different tactic.
Boko.
Psychological warfare.
Mind games.
He starts taunting Henry,
Haunting.
trying to get under his skin.
That's not fair.
He's using his words as weapons,
Wow.
aiming for Henry's emotions.
That's tough.
This is where the fight becomes more than just a physical confrontation.
Right.
It's about mental resilience,
Mental toughness.
about controlling your emotions under pressure.
That's a valuable skill.
And for a moment,
For a moment.
it seems like Captain Man's plan is working.
Really?
Henry gets visibly frustrated.
Oh, no.
He starts yelling back.
Oh.
His attacks becoming more reckless.
Not good.
But then
Dang.
something shifts.
But then what happened?
And that's where we'll pick up in part 2 of our deep dive
Can't wait.
into this epic showdown.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
But before we go,
Yeah.
I have to ask you,
Okay.
what stands out to you so far? What surprised you the most about this fight?
Well, let me think.
Think about it, and
Yeah.
we'll be back to dissect the final rounds and the shocking conclusion in just a bit.
Sounds good. So Henry starts thinking strategically.
Yeah, like a light bulb goes off.
And he realizes he can't win by playing Captain Man's game.
Nope.
He has to outsmart him.
Outsmart him.
And that's exactly what he does.
Okay, right.
Instead of going for these big, powerful attacks,
Right.
he starts targeting Captain Man's weak points.
Oh, interesting.
He's aiming for precision
Okay.
for those small but crucial areas
Right.
where even an indestructible guy
Yes.
might feel a bit of discomfort.
Smart.
It's a complete change in tactics.
It is, and it's working.
It is.
Captain Man is getting frustrated.
He's not used to this.
He's used to dominating
Okay.
with brute force.
Yeah, but
Henry's agility and precision are wearing him down.
they really are.
It's like he's saying, you might have taught me how to fight, but you also taught me how to think.
That's a good line.
And this brings us to round 5,
Round 5.
where things escalate to a whole new level.
Oh.
Captain Man, realizing that this fight is dragging on
Yeah.
longer than he anticipated, goes all out.
He's not holding back.
The sources describe this as a desperate move,
Okay.
a surge of raw power,
Just to end it quickly.
aimed at ending the fight quickly.
Exactly.
He tackles Henry to the ground,
Oh, no.
and for a moment, it
Yeah.
seems like it's game over.
Right.
But even pinned down,
Yeah.
Henry doesn't give up.
He's tenacious.
He's still got one last trick
One last trick.
up his sleeve.
What is it?
The flash bomb.
The flash bomb.
This thing goes off with a blinding flash
Wow.
and disorienting blast.
That's got to be effective.
It's enough to momentarily stun even Captain Man,
Even Captain Man.
giving Henry the opening he needs.
So smart.
This is another example of Henry's strategic thinking.
I was going to say.
He knows he can't overpower Captain Man directly,
Right?
so he uses his gadgets
To create an advantage.
to create a temporary advantage.
Temporary advantage.
It's a brilliant move, but it's also incredibly risky.
It is.
He leaps onto Captain Man's back,
Oh, wow.
locking him in a hole
Oh,
that's both desperate and determined.
he's giving it his all.
Now remember, Captain Man is still indestructible.
I know.
But even he's struggling to shake Henry off.
Wow.
What we see here
What do we see?
is that Henry's fighting with more than just physical strength.
Oh, I see.
He's fighting with
Their
heart,
heart.
with a sheer will to protect his city.
That's powerful.
And then comes the move that changes everything.
Oh, here we go.
The move that nobody saw coming.
Okay.
The disarmomatic.
The what?
A gadget so strange.
So unexpected
I bet.
that it leaves everyone,
Everyone.
including Captain Man,
Even Captain Man.
completely baffled.
Wow.
This thing, whatever it is,
Right.
actually manages to disrupt Captain Man's powers.
Disrupt his powers.
He's not injured, not exactly,
Right.
but he's suddenly vulnerable.
Vulnerable.
The sources don't go into detail about how the disarmomatic works,
Right.
but its effects are undeniable.
They are.
It's as if Captain Man is suddenly mortal,
Unbelievable.
stripped of his invincibility.
I can't believe it.
And in that brief window of vulnerability,
Mhm.
Henry delivers A final blow.
A final blow.
Knocking Captain Man off balance.
Wow.
It's over.
It's over.
Kid Danger wins.
He wins.
It's a stunning victory.
It is.
Achieved not through brute force,
No.
but through intelligent strategy and a dash of luck.
A dash of luck.
It challenges our assumptions about power.
It does.
And reminds us that even the most formidable
The
opponent,
most formidable opponent can be overcome with the right approach.
the right approach.
But here's what really gets me.
What?
After this intense knockdown drag-out fight,
Yeah.
after all the punches and explosions and mind games,
Right.
they shake hands.
They shake hands.
It's a moment of genuine sportsmanship,
It is.
of respect
It's a risk.
between two heroes
Two heroes.
who have pushed each other to their limits.
Wow.
Captain Man actually congratulates Henry,
Right.
admitting that maybe, just maybe,
Yeah.
Henry is the real hero of Swellview.
That's amazing.
That's the mark of a true mentor, isn't it?
It is.
The ability to recognize and
Yes.
acknowledge when the student has surpassed the teacher.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a powerful reminder
A reminder.
that growth often comes from conflict, from challenging ourselves and those around us.
It's true.
And it reinforces the idea
The idea.
that even when heroes clash,
Yeah.
their shared purpose
Their shared purpose.
can remain strong.
It can.
So what are the key takeaways
Oh, the key.
from this epic showdown?
Mm.
What does it tell us about heroism,
Heroism.
about strategy, about the complex relationship?
Complex
And the
relationship
relationship.
between these two characters.
Right.
We'll unpack all of that
Okay.
and more
More.
in the final part
The final part.
of our deep dive.
I can't wait.
Stay tuned.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
It really is.
I mean,
Yeah.
after that intense fight,
Yeah.
they shake hands.
It really stood out to me.
Right. And it highlights something important about these characters.
What's that?
Even when they're pushing each other to their absolute limits,
Yeah.
they never lose sight of their purpose.
Protecting Swellview.
Exactly. Protecting Swellview.
Like, even though their styles are so different,
Yeah.
they actually complement each other.
I think that's a really good point.
Captain Man brings that experience.
Right. The straight
That raw power.
years of experience.
But Kid Danger, he's got the quick thinking.
He's got the new ideas.
The youthful energy.
The gadgets.
Right, he's always thinking outside the box.
It's like he's learned from the best,
Yeah.
but he's not afraid to challenge the status quo.
Exactly. And this fight was a test for both of them.
A test.
Yeah, for Captain Man, it was about letting go of that ego,
Right.
admitting he's not always right.
That's tough.
It is. And for Kid Danger,
What about Kid Danger?
it was about courage,
Courage.
standing up for what he believes in,
Yeah. Even when it's hard.
even when facing his own mentor.
So what can we take away from all this?
Well, I think the biggest thing is
Yeah.
power isn't just about strength.
Mm.
It's about having the courage to think differently,
To challenge those assumptions.
to be adaptable,
To learn from mistakes.
and to understand
Yeah.
that working together can make us stronger,
Recognizing each other's strengths.
supporting each other's weaknesses.
I guess that's a good lesson for everyone.
It is. And hey, maybe it's also about having a bubblegum blaster handy.
Always good to have a bubblegum blaster.
But seriously, though,
Yeah.
if you were facing an indestructible opponent,
What would you do?
what would your strategy be?
What would you use? Gadgets?
Would you rely on smarts?
Would you try to appeal to their good side?
Because it's something to think about.
Everyone needs a plan.
They do.
So until next time,
Until next time,
stay curious.
stay engaged.
And remember, even superheroes have vulnerabilities.
They do.
And sometimes it's those
You
vulnerabilities
can make them heroes.
that make them truly heroic.